So that was our first meeting point. Basically through Coach Prince, because Coach Prince took him to school, and then he also took me to school. So after my first year, I had to transfer because I had issues with my school, the coaches and everything. It just didn't work out. So.
And when you went to the other school, that's where you met?
No, so he was trying to get me to come to his school.
Okay.
So I was So I was transferring to another school. So it was between Liberty and then Delaware, where Faisal was.
But Faisal, did he purposely go to the States to play football or for the education?
It's a
combination.
Yeah, so it's an athletic scholarship.
Yeah.
So they treat you as a professional, but then you're a student. So
they have the drafting system, right?
Yeah. So they call them student athletes. So you're a student first before you're an athlete. So although the entire setup, the infrastructure, sports science, everything looks like you're a professional, you're actually a student. So you need to meet a certain level of, GPA requirement.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
Morning, gentlemen.
Mubarak.
Mubarak.
Good morning,
Yeah.
All right.
Mr. Philip Asewe.
Exactly.
We'll get it right someday.
Asewe. That's good.
All good?
Today, just for the viewers also to know, you see Sheikh. His outfit. It's a Friday, so Juma Mubarak.
Yeah, Juma Mubarak.
Accept all our prayers.
Amen.
Yes. You're welcome home because this is your place, this is your office. So today, I would say it's a very special episode of the player's perspective right here inside PFAG TV. And football is something we all love. But then we have a very special family today with us where it is not only football. I would say football and academics. And sometimes also heated debate amongst the Chibsah brothers. In one of our episodes, Yusuf was sitting there, Faisal was sitting there, and you both have personalities, different personalities, So how was it at home when growing up? You're the eldest, right?
Yes.
Did he always respect you?
Yeah, he did. He did.
But he spoke his mind.
Yeah, exactly. He's been outspoken since he was a child, and he's grown up with that. It got, should I say, worse or better when he went to further his education in the States. I'll tell you a story.
But you have to describe worse because, in the eyes of people, worse could be,
If I say worse, that's what I said, it's either worse or exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's why I put it in that way. Yeah. And I'll tell you one story. When he was working with University of Delaware as one of the assistant coaches after he graduated, he came to Ghana for a scouting. And we had a family who tried up with the players. It's actually our cousin's son, so more or less like our nephew. So he was good. He was very young. He was okay. So Faisal said, no, he's doing well, but he needs to do more here before. He needs to get into a coach club and then play some games and all that. So our parents were trying to push him a little bit.
The Ghana way.
Yes, to actually consider him because he's a family. That is his son, more or less.
Yeah.
So my dad was like, but since you are saying he's good, let him go there and continue. And I said, Dad, you want to spoil my job? He said, Dad, who was just saying tomorrow? Said he's got his boss that he reports to. And he knows that this will not work at this age. Yeah. So he is telling us, let the boy stay here a little bit, let him develop more.
So he was not ready.
Exactly.
He wasn't, yeah.
He wasn't ready there. But if you are trying to push me, that means you want me to fail. Who said it, Juma? So he's been outspoken. I mean, that is his personal principle he's believed in, and he's grown up with it. And I'm proud of him for that.
Is there anyone in the family? Because I know you since many years. I know what you stand for. But is there anyone in the family, the Chibsah family, who is similar to Faisal and similar to you?
Yes, I think our senior dad.
Yeah.
He's now the chief of Otafo Zongo.
Yeah.
Alaji Seidu Chibsah. He was a UN diplomat. He worked with UNICEF for over 25 years. So I think we learned a lot from him, and we took from him. He graduated from Lagos. He also went to Pembe College, actually.
Get to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Went to Legon, worked with the Bank of Ghana. It was through him I also had the opportunity to attach with Bank of Ghana whilst I was in school. And then he worked with the UN at different countries around Africa.
Yeah.
And Faisal, it all started in Teshi, right?
Yeah. For me.
For you.
For him.
For all of us, because we moved to Accra when I was young.
Okay, so you didn't even...
Exactly. He was born in Teshi, so for him...
it was in Teshi.
I'm a Teshian.
Okay.
They say it now.
Like we said, a lot of great players came out of Teshi. You were much younger. Did you always look up to your senior brother?
Easily, yes. Yes, it was, for me, like, I always talk about everybody looking up to somebody, especially when you're young and you're growing. You need a mentor. You need somebody you could look up to. And Yusuf mentioned that within the family, we looked up to our senior dad, who's brother to our dad.
Yeah.
Working with the UN, what he stood for, his principles, the way he just acted professionally. We were all looking up to him when we were young. And then, when I started kind of looking for my pathway also, he was there for me. Talking about football and education, he did it all. And I was just watching him struggle. And for me, it was just easy. And I'm so blessed that I had him, honestly.
So was it automatic that you guys were interested in education? Did your parents push you, or did it come naturally? You took later care of him in terms of his education. How did it happen?
I think our parents pushed us. Yeah. They really pushed us because they made sure that not only the two of us, we have two sisters, all of them also highly educated. I think our younger sister, who follows Faisal, she has 2 masters already in Sweden. She has. So our parents really made sure that we were educated. And I think my dad also got that from his father. And his father was the first person to start educating his kids within the Zongo community in Otafo. And all the community were against him. They were bashing him that his kids are going to be lost. They'll be un-Islamic. They will lose their culture.
Did you go to Makaranta?
Yes.
Okay.
We went to Makaranta. And so those days, it's only Makaranta for Zongo boys.
Yeah.
So our grandfather made sure that his kids attended school. So he was the first person to start educating his kids with the Western way alongside the Makaranta. So at a point in time, my dad was telling me that the whole of Otafo Zongo, when anybody receives a letter, they bring it to our house for our parents to read it for them. So I think they took that from their dad, and then we also took that from them. So they made sure that education has always been the least one could get from the family.
Was it for you very natural to do your education and playing football at the same time?
Yeah.
Or sometimes you'd say, I would like to skip a class and go straight on.
No, there was no escape. He had it the tough way because he was the first, and it was clear during his time that yes, you've got talent, but listen, even before you think about playing, you still have to concentrate on education. So I knew I had no other option, no choice at all other than just say yes, focus on education, and then I would get to play if I knew I was doing that. So his was rough, but he made it easier for us, and I had no option than just say yes and do the same thing.
When you say rough, can you sometimes?
Yeah. Not sometimes, all the time. So that all the time. Don't go play football. I'll go play. Then when I come,
At the time, it was just okay, football or you in school. You can't do both, right? So it was very obvious if he was just trying to do the same thing. But then it was made clear to him that, look, you can't. It's either you combine both or you forget about football. And I was just watching all that, but like, okay, I have no option now than do the same, so.
and one of the reasons why my dad made me choose Pembe College was to get me away from Accra, where he knew that it's been football. So
in boarding school.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So he made me choose Pembe College when I was at my final year at the JSS level. So I chose Pembe College, and I got admission with JSS. I did 11 subjects, 12 subjects. I had 11 ones and French too. So I got admission straight away into Pembe College, and then he was thinking that.
Test you with the French, or do you have for
I have a little ones, but not like yours. For you, don't test me, please. The other ones, broken ones, I'm going to maneuver my way through. So, yeah, pas problem. So, my dad thought he was getting me away from Accra, where football is, like I told you in the previous episode. We changed it from Teshi, Nungwa, Labadi, Ga, we're everywhere. So he thought that when I moved to Kumasi in a boarding house, I'll be more focused on schooling than in Accra with football. Not knowing it was the pathway that God chose for me. So first second week in school, inter-schools, inter-houses.
Houses, yeah.
The sports master scouted me and one Edmond Oswansa, who were in the same class. So we were
another great combination.
Yeah.
Speak about football and education.
Yeah. So we were the first year students that were drafted into the school team with one guy, Princess Ejekum. He also became a sports journalist. He's now in the States.
Yeah.
So we were drafted into the school team. We went to meet the last three batch of the old system. That is the Form 5, Lower 6, and Upper 6. So from there, Edmond was already playing for a coast club called Connors. I was playing for a coast club here, Daily Stars.
Yeah.
Not Cornerstone, Connors Babies.
Connors Babies.
Yes, it used to be the juvenile side of Cornerstone.
Very famous.
Yes. So Edmond, when he realized that I was also good, he recommended me to their club.
So you started from Pembe College,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
With your football career, I
Yeah.
would say. What about you, Fraser?
Tashi. As I said in the previous episode also, Basajam was the club I started with.
I played there too.
He
But
played there.
then it was Daily Stars.
Yeah.
Then they changed the name to
to Basajam.
To Basajam.
But it's just not just your regular coast club. Very famous around Teshi at the time. But then we were watching, my brother and his friends playing for Rago at Division 3 at the time. And you just started from there, in the streets, by the sides, ball boys, just so we could kick a ball. And then we went into Basajam. No, Alive Fest.
Yeah.
And,
I like where he and Awako
Awako
played
mentioned,
together.
Yeah. But it was just your regular U13, U12, right? And then it got serious when we went to Basajam, a registered coast club.
How old were you then?
Basajam, I think we were 13, 14, yeah, around the time.
Was there any player who caught your eye, but he never made it at that time? Were you
Do you mind group or during his group?
No, during your group.
We never made it.
Yeah. And who made it from your group?
Uriah Santi, Yuri made it. Awako
rest in peace.
also made it. I would say
Ajay
Ajay
Bafo.
Bafo is now
Yeah.
coaching. You talk about skillful players. Yes, he was one. Kind of similar to Awako in our
I
group.
think even at that time he was more known.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was more known.
And at some point, he was involved with the national teams also.
Youth national team.
Youth national team.
And the MTN Soccer Academy, I think the one that
Jacob Law.
Jacob
You probably know him. Jacob Law.
you might remember him because you were involved with that reality
exactly.
show.
Yeah.
There was a JC, something JC Bafo as well.
Jacob Law, yeah.
Jacob Law, him. Yeah. Him, yeah.
I think he went far in that competition.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say him. He should have made it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then, after that, what was your age, or how old were you when you left to the States?
Right after Prempeh College, so 18, 19 there, yeah. When I graduated from Prempeh College, I took a year off first, so I went to Canada on an exchange program. He got me into it, and then it was probably for me the best gap year I've ever had, and I strongly recommend, like, for many student athletes or students that graduate from school and you're not very clear what you want to do.
So like an orientation.
Take a gap year, yeah. Take a gap year, explore, look at other things, other options. Because normally when you're going from that level to the next one, you're not really matured. You're not sure what you want to do. So that gap year for me was really an eye-opener. Living in Canada for 6 months, learning new culture, meeting new people. It was almost like
Working.
I was starting. Yeah, working. Yeah, it was almost like you're starting life all over again. And then came back 6 months here or so, and then I moved to the US.
Did you, at that time, still have in mind to be a professional footballer?
Yes, 100%. And
That was the dream.
that was the dream. Again, following his footsteps, watching him through the youth national teams, the 17s, the 20s. I would run from school, get his lecture notes, take it to him at camp in Winnipeg, and it was all I wanted to do, So when the opportunity came to go to the US, I wasn't quite sure. Because back then, all about the US, there's no football, soccer is not well known. You're gonna kill your career and you're gonna get lost in the system. So, but what interested me was you can still play while you are in school. And I knew at that age, if I have to play to satisfy my parents, then that was the opportunity for me. So I took it, and again, no regrets at all.
I think this is what is also going to drive us through this podcast,
Yeah.
playing and education. Could you describe what kind of player he was?
Faisal.
Yeah.
I was the better.
Yeah, that's the fact. People saw me.
Maybe the more talented one when it comes in quotes to skills.
Yeah, he was more skillful.
Yeah.
I was more of a box to box. I was very aggressive. And
But you don't need to tell me.
yeah,
I didn't have that.
yeah. So
Only 6 in the whole world.
he was more skillful. So he was more offensive. He was offensive minded, and I was like I said, like box to box, but I had that defensive capabilities. My strength was my condition. When people are tired around 70th minute, that is when I charge more
Aye.
to keep the team moving. So he was very skillful. He would have been a better option.
More playmaker style.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
8, 10,
Yeah.
exactly.
Look,
That was it.
And I'll say this now, it's part of education now when it comes to talent ID. I lacked that. I never had that aggressiveness when I was young. I always, thought I was skillful, was good.
You know why? He had things more easier. Yes.
So certain things are natural.
He had things more easier. Unlike me. Exactly. So at that time,
This can be true.
I was providing for him. He wasn't lacking much.
Yeah.
He didn't play a lot of Muchendi like me. When I have to go there. So that was the deficiency that he.
And some of these things, they're natural. You can't teach that.
Yeah.
A lot of players that you can see now come from the gutters, and it's because the hunger from those environments and society, you can't teach that. It's either you live it or you don't, right? And like he said, he had it a bit rough, so he had that aggressiveness and hunger to go more. Maybe not so much for me, but that was the difference. And if I have to pick a player now, I will pick that. In terms of talent ID, I would pick an aggressive player that you can not teach, but then you can develop more than a more skillful, talented player who thinks I can just rely on my skills. It's not enough. It's not enough.
Philip, did you watch your Chibsah?
I did watch a little bit. What I really remember was Kwabena sports highlight. Always talking about him in relation to school. I don't know. I think you were in Kumasi Poly at that time.
Yeah.
So that was what he always spoke about. Someone who was playing, but
You stood out.
yeah, was the
Because of the combination.
exactly. So that was very, very loud about him. And growing up, Kotoko was my favorite club. So the 2004 heartbreaks. I also had to deal with it,
It's interesting when you speak about skills and being skillful. For me, I always say skills is something extra. Okay?
Yeah.
But technique,
Yeah.
control, pass, position.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah. And those are the details that will earn you a slot or a spot in Europe.
Right.
And the understanding of the game.
Yeah.
The exactly. The technique,
Scanning.
your body positioning, your awareness, your out of football participation and all that. It's very important. And I remember in Sweden, I was benched continuously for 4 weeks when I was playing for Gefro.
Yeah.
The coach asked me not to go get a ball from the defense. But I'm the type that I cannot stay 2 minutes in a game without touching the ball. I need to. And that game, the coach was scared. So he wanted us to play long balls from defense, and then we'll go fight for second balls. And they were not helping. So I decided to go get a ball from the back line. So the back line, before they control 1-2, I'm already there, then I take the ball. Then he shouted at me that why should I should not go for the ball. I went, and anytime I go, I don't lose the ball. So after he asked me not to go down, and I went down. Even though I did not lose the ball, but I did not obey him. So he benched me the next game. No complaint, I never talked. I was at training, doing my best. But that 4 weeks, I was breaking legs. To a point that anybody who goes to the physio, he will ask him, Chibsah?
Because you want to do
Exactly. Because I came here to play football and to make money.
Right.
So I'm not here to sit on the bench. And after 4 weeks, the coach invited me back to his office. He said, one, I've shown sportsmanship. I never complained when he benched me. I was never late to training. I was never lazy to training. I rather showed more anger. And because of that, I earned his respect. And he made me the captain of the team.
Yeah.
He made me the captain of the team. Until today, he is the head scout of Ugolden.
Yeah.
And he always contacts me when a Ghanaian player is proposed to him. He will call me first. I've been proposed this Ghanaian player. What do you think about him? Peloson is his name. When you came, you saw it. So it's like Fraser said, I'm just adding up to that for education purposes. You have to be very, very aggressive aside the skill that you have. The skill alone is not enough. The skill alone is not enough. Sometimes you need to.
You see, I had when I grew up in Germany, it was different, and most of the times I was only black. Okay, and Chris of Down, he saw, rest in peace. He was the one who discovered me. I was born in the former capital in Bonn, and then to play in Cologne. So the first year, I think we got out of German youth finals and the semi-finals against Borussia Mönchengladbach. And he was so pissed with everyone. And all of us still were promoted to the under 17. We were like 7, 8, 9, and the coach went with us. And he was not happy with my performance. So we were taking the shower. We were playing against Duisburg, friendly match. And he said, "Are you also coming?" What is the man saying? said, yeah, of course, but you're not going to play. That's all happening in the shower.
Right.
And he didn't make me play. That week in training, huh?
Yeah, breaking legs.
No, but everything when Germany, we used to go to the forest a lot. I'll be always the first. It made like click to me.
Yeah.
And then he also told me when the season was about to start, they had to select who was staying with the first team. Who's going, and then he called me. Good reaction.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted from you. Keep it throughout the season.
Yeah.
He would tell me sometimes, even when an opponent is coming, this guy doesn't like blacks. So he gets to
psychologically,
first thing with the ball, I'll whip him. I said, yeah, now you're in the game. No, but I think this is very interesting to know also what you said, that going big back to the educational part, that whilst you were camping in Winneba, you used to go and bring his homework.
Grab his notes,
from Kumasi.
From Kumasi.
Polytechnic at the time.
We used to stay.
Wherever. Yeah.
We used to stay Monday to Friday, and then come home. But sometimes over the weekend they don't break us. So if they don't break, I'll call him. He'll go on campus, get the notes. I was fortunate that my roommate, we were in the same class. We were doing the same course, accountancy. So he's now one of the government auditors. So he'll go on campus, get the notes, do photocopies, and then bring it to me. So at that time, there wasn't WhatsApp and all those
fax or nothing now.
He'll bring the notes to me in Winneba.
So you come all the way from
Yes.
And then you go back on the same day.
Yes.
Go back, and maybe watch a few sessions, and I'll go back the next day. I was learning a lot too, because again, you were around the national team. Exactly. Exactly. You were there with the Derek Bartons and all the players that. Exactly.
And sometimes Joe Louis would tell me, Master, I had no school. Who was also there? Kono goes near the do Kanya never da. It was tough. Yeah. They did. And Joe used to call me mathematics.
So this, your upbringing, it basically reminds me of this quote I read in the book, right? That says that don't be too worried that your children are not listening to you, but be worried that they actually see what you're doing. And between the two of you, Faisal saw, everything that you did, your entire upbringing, and he wanted to be just like you. And for a lot of kids, they basically look up to their parents. And especially when they have an elder brother who has, been there before, then they basically look up to them. And my upbringing was, quite similar, because my big brother also played. He played with, Felix Powerful and all these guys. And so I literally followed him, when he was playing boats every single time, even when they're traveling. I'll be the only non-footballer actually joining the bus, because he was club captain. So I would join the bus, go with them, and then, basically watch the games, come back home. And, similar to your stories, because my dad was, first generation coming from the north, and he didn't want his kids not to have an education. So for us, it was, you either going to school, get your first degree, once you're done, whatever you want to do, then you can go ahead and then do it. So for me, it's quite refreshing just listening to you guys, basically towing the same path. And then,
So was your father and mother both supporting you the same way when it came to education and football combination?
Yes, at a point they were very supportive. At the beginning, my dad was supportive because he loves football. He was taking me to the stadium. He's a huge Kotoko fan with his everything top to down red. So sometimes he takes me to the stadium, and I think he was the first person to bring me to Accra Sports Stadium here to watch House Kotoko. Even though I didn't see anything, but then those times, Shamokwe and Joe Debra, those hit periods. But my mom, when you go and come, she'll give you food, but then midnight, she'll wake you up and she will beat you up. Yeah, she will beat the hell out of you. But she warned you, don't go and play football. Because she was a trader and we were helping her. So she prefers us helping her more than going to play football. So most times I will carry my stuffs, go park somewhere, play football, after go sell.
Don't tell my story.
After I go play football, sometimes I go sell quick.
Yeah.
And then after I can go play my football before I come home. Because when I come home, I cannot go and play. So I make sure that I stay in town, play my football, and then. But him,
See, he doesn't even listen.
we all used to help. All of us. We all used to help in trading. So, but when he's asked to go trade, sell the stuff, because he's in a hurry, he'll go through the things in the bush. He will sell some, but if all is not sold, the rest he will throw in the bush and come and tell my mom that somebody bought it on credit. So after 2-3 days, she said, but who bought these things on credit that the person is not paying? So Yusuf, can you go with him to check up? He will take me there and lead me to the bush. He said, the stuff are yeah, he'll go with me. I said, but where are the stores? He said, there. I check, and then the plantains and the stores are there. Sometimes they will be ripe and black. Yeah. I'll just pick everything and bring it to my mom. That she threw the things in the bush.
And then I'll get my reply. But you wanted to go play, right? It's time for Munchendi. And then there comes mom, no football, you have to go trade. Okay, no problem. Then I needed to come out, I needed to improvise. So, okay, I will sell what I can sell. The ones that I can sell, because I want to go play, you just do something silly like that. But, of course.
With me, I was not born as a Muslim. I was born as a Roman Catholic. And I remember we started playing on a Sunday. We used to go, my mom was always taking us to church. And when I had my first communion, and I was dressed in the suit. Every time I was looking at my watch, because I had a match.
Kick off time.
So, before I took the Holy Communion, and then I told my brother, he was covering me, he was Mike, he's 2 years older than me. I said, bro, I'm leaving now. He said, go now, So I left. We all started as strikers.
Yeah.
And at that time we were playing 7-a-side, and we started playing 11-a-side because I was 13, 14.
Yeah.
I came back, our house was full. Where did you go? Mommy, 2 goals. She ran after me.
We're kind of similar, yeah.
It's the love we have for football.
For football,
Today, the mothers push their kids
to the play. Exactly. They take them along.
Schools and all these things, So when did you really had not the dream when you were in the youth national teams, and then when was it going through your mind? Yes, I have the capability to become a professional footballer.
I think my first invitation to the regional team or the national youth 12 was through Richard Kingston. Had a little brother who was called Robert Kingston, Tutuman.
Yeah, Tutuman.
He actually held me and took me to Greater Accra under 12, Coach Dauda at the Kanishi Complex. So from there, and then when people started calling me from Munchendi, people were coming from Nuwa, from Tema. So the interest started growing. But then I realized the potential more with the U17 course, Daily Stars, when we played against the national team at Kanishi Complex. Then the interest started. And that is how come it continued until Alhaji Guza came for me from Kumasi, from Connors Babies. Then I realized that I am now at the place where, so from course where you play for free, you don't even think about money because you only wanted to play football. And then Alhaji Guza signs me in the Premier League and he was paying me 5 cedis a month. I was like,
That's with King Faisal.
Yeah, with King Faisal. So from a coast club to 5. At that time it was 50,000. Yeah. So it was like,
My first million.
yeah. Even if the salaries don't come, you don't care, because playing from coast football to Premier League was something huge, and that was a motivational factor for me playing there. So from there, it continued, and I was invited into the national team. A recommendation by Coach Chibsah, who saw me also there, and then
my our assistant coach in the Black Stars.
okay, and then Stephen Appiah and Dominico Ricci, they were in Ghana.
Dominico Ricci.
Yeah.
I know that name.
So Dominico Ricci came with one of his assistants called Santiago Murazzo. He was an Argentine but living in Italy. So they came to watch. They came to do some scouting in Accra, and they came to watch King Faisal versus Ash Gold in Kumasi, and I was outstanding. So Dominico took me from there. He got an invitation from AC Milan, but then they took me to a club called Montichiari, close to Brescia. So when I came, Dominico had his office in Rome. So we stayed in Rome for about a week before I went to Brescia to train. So in Rome, Stephen came to see us. And like I said the last time, Stephen was phenomenal.
Very generous.
Yeah. He took care of us. We felt like we were at home. He
has done that to a lot of players.
Many players, huh?
And he was not living in Rome, but he made sure that
He was in Russia at that time?
he was in Udinese.
Udinese, yeah, exactly.
He made sure that we had everything. Every day he would check up on us. He would send money through Razak Mendy. Yeah. So that motivated me. So my trip to Italy, and then when Rav Zindik also took me to Hamburg. So Italy, after 6 months, I had to come back because Dominico Ricci and Alhaji Guza had some misunderstanding on a previous deal that they've done. So when we came home, Alhaji took our passports and never allowed us to. It was me and Frank Osei. The two of us went together. Frank was a striker. And then we came back. And then when Raf also had the opportunity to go to Hamburg, he took me along. It was Hamburg that opened my eye and whet my appetite for professional football. Because what I saw there, I promised myself that whether rain or shine, I have to.
Beautiful city, everything
yeah.
organized. And you see, Hamburg was always one of the clubs who were ahead of their time.
Yeah.
Hottenbaum.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of pitches already over there.
Yeah. Infrastructure, you can't complain. Welfare, you can't. I was on trials then before. Yeah. But then I felt like one of the players before they gave me the opportunity to be playing for the youth side.
You come every day, you get the tracksuit.
Exactly. You get everything. And food, water, everything. And I used to love one drink. It even became my name, Apple Shole. Apple Shole.
Yes.
So me and Yahuza went together. So it became
have apple juice with sparkling
water.
Yeah. It's one of the favorite drinks.
So when we go to the restaurant, that is what we request for. Water and Apple Shole. So when we come, they say Apple Shole.
Yeah, back in the days you had to mix it.
Yeah.
But now it's already mixed.
Okay.
Yeah. Same like Coke and Fanta, you know?
Yeah.
They had over there.
Yeah. So I could say that I had the motivation and the zeal to pursue professional football more from those two trips. The Italian one and then the German one. But the German one most important because at that time I was already a pro. I was playing for the national team. I was playing for Kotoko at that time. So
yeah, I think also traveling.
Yeah.
Same like Faisal when he traveled for the first time outside, and then he also went to Canada. Yeah. It opens your eyes. Yeah. It opens your brain.
Exposure. Exposure.
Exposure, exactly. That's the correct word. Yeah. And it's like, hey, if they can do it, I can also do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. More or less like challenging yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because what you see, the exposure makes you to challenge yourself. And what I've realized is, like you always say, it always looks like impossible
until it's done.
There is nothing that you cannot achieve if you really want to.
Yeah.
There will be few failures here and there, but you have to persevere. As long as you keep knocking, one day the door will be open. So it has been.
And you need, also mentors.
Yeah.
But real people who will not just carries you.
Yeah.
It's important that somebody who has lived it before can give you a piece of advice.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Of course, not everything is like always even. That's why one of my favorite phrases is there's no elevator to success.
Success, yeah.
You have to take the steps. You know?
I think it's very key. You really need that in life because at the point sometimes you find yourself wanting within choices, decision making. So if you have one person that is always there to guide you, it really helps. Like I'll take this opportunity to say a very, very big thank you to GS. He's played an important role in my life, and my brother's life as well. Yeah. Since we got to know each other. At a point, Dr. KK Sapon wanted me to be part of his management at Kotoko.
Yeah.
I was a bit confused. I reached out to him, and he just didn't make a decision for me. He never made, but he gave me a scenario for me to consider in making my decision.
Yeah.
Then he said, there is nothing like privacy, there is nothing like independence. So these two things, when you have it, you don't have to just throw it away like that. So, I mean...
But we must laud also KK Sapon, who I think, in terms of football business management, brought it to a different dimension to football.
Yeah. I think after Herbert Mensah, he was the next person to have done that with Kotoko.
Exactly.
Yeah, he really did well.
No, for me, I tell you, both of you, honestly, and I can say that openly here, also your family, your younger brothers to me, and I like it when people have personality. You see, growing up in Germany, it is you are respectful, but you speak your mind.
Yeah.
You know, you same way I teach my kids, you can say yes, daddy, but I don't agree.
Yeah.
You know, and you document it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's very, very important in life because we are not always going to be beside you.
Yeah.
When you're out there, you need to defend yourself.
Yeah.
You know, especially when we go out there where we are in the minority.
Yeah.
You know, things work totally different. But you know, congratulations to both of you. And you're still climbing.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a very important point, GS, but again, for those who are watching and listening, I think many people, when given the opportunity, they will. But if you find yourself in an environment where you're not allowed to voice out, or if you voice out, you become victimized, then it stops many, many people from actually stepping out of their shell and voicing out. So I know that is one piece, but the other piece also is the environment that we live in. And unfortunately, in our continent here, when you're young, you don't have a voice, you know, unless you live in an environment where your mom and dad allow, so your employers allow, or the people that you look up to allow. So, you know, yes, we want kids to speak up, but I also want to say to the older generation, the people in position in leadership, allow the younger ones to speak up. No. It's so important.
This is
so
very important. You see, it is important also to be strategic.
Yeah.
You just spoke about environment. There are political environments. You see, somebody will just take the phone, please do this and that. So it's up to you to decide, do it or don't do it.
Yeah, true.
I always say, if you work in a big organization, you are defending the interests of the organization.
Yeah.
So you also have to be very mindful.
Yeah.
When you sign a contract, everything is stated in there.
Yeah.
But there's no harm in, even if you have a big meeting, that after the meeting you wait for 2 hours, you go to the CEO, you go to the general secretary, you go to the president, so sir, can I see you?
Yeah.
Then you're one-on-one with him.
Yeah.
And that's where you can voice out a bit more. And you see, he will then also explain to you certain things. So this is the advice I always give to a lot of young and upcoming gentlemen.
Yeah.
So we were talking about your football career.
Yeah.
Hamburg in Italy
Yeah.
gave you kind of professionality.
Yeah.
At that time, you had the time when you got to America.
Yeah.
You took an orientation period phase. So what happened next?
Yeah. So yeah, after the Canada and then the US and athletic scholarship. And again, at that time I wasn't quite sure. I even know where I was going. So we spoke about having mentors and people that guide. Again, I lean on them and say, look, this is the opportunity we have, but this is what I want to do. I want to follow your footsteps. I want to get where you are. And then he said, yeah, you have a vision, all right, but the pathways could be different for everybody. And you found yourself in a unique position where you can do both, so just go give it a try, and then see how it goes. So I landed in the US, a system that Phil knows very well because later he came in as well.
But you started, you wanted to study computer science, right?
Yeah. So I went there and I had to pick a major. I had no clue, what to do. But then I was fascinated by computers. Like, okay, it looks cool. I want to know more about it. So yeah, I picked computer science, and
you can never go wrong with it.
You can never go wrong. Yeah, if I have to go back and do it again, I'll do it times 2 because now it's pretty much the world we live in now. So did that for 4 years. I first started in Tennessee, one of the states in the South. I did 1 year in the Division 2, Carson College. Yeah. And then transferred to Delaware. The plan before was to go to Boston College. The assistant coach at Boston at the time had come to Ghana. So he had seen myself, Patrick Nyako, who went on and played in MLS, Douglas Nyame, another good friend of us. So the whole plan was to go there for a year. And then actually I missed a step. My first visa, I got denied. I need to say this because people think everything was just smooth. No, I got denied my first visa. And then we tried again. And then I got confirmed. So went to Carson Newman for a year, Division 2. And then after 1 year, instead of going to Boston, where Ian was, my old boss, and many thanks to Ian, he got his head coaching job in Delaware. So then he said, okay, I'm moving to Delaware. I want you to come with me. I said, yeah, I'll come. I'll go wherever you want me. And I joined him in Delaware. Again, he was such an excellent boss, like really, really good human being. Had a PhD in molecular biology. So smart guy, like he should not be in coaching, anywhere close to coaching, something in science. So then I sat with him. I was like, you have a PhD in molecular biology. What the heck are you doing in football? And then, yes, and that's when he spoke about passion and he spoke about a whole lot, and he sort of opened my eye also because then you knew a coach as just a tactician, X and O's, but you were more than just a coach. You're more than just a tactician. You're a leader. You're just shaping the lives of many people. You are shaping the future of these young kids. And that's where I begin to understand what a coach actually was. All right. So 4 years after, when I was done.
You got appetite.
Yeah. I still didn't know I was going to be a coach. I still wanted to play. So I went to Sweden. He was in Sweden at the time for a few months, still trying my options. And then I was running late on my visa. So I had to make a decision. Either you stay in Europe without any contract, or you go back to the US and try and figure it out, right? So again, we sat down, we decided, okay, just go back to the US for now, and we'll see what happens next. Again, when you're a kid and you're at a crossroad, you don't know what decisions to make. It's always good to have people. I think I was 21 at that time. Yeah. So we said, okay, if that's the case, let's go back. Let's not waste the visa, and we'll see what's next. So went back and then got into coaching. I reached back to my old boss again and said, look, I'm back in town. I need to do something. He said, yeah, come on in. you can start to work with the boys. We have a volunteer position as a coach. You can do whatever you want, and see what's next. So I got my first computer job. So I was working 9 to 5 during the day, and then after 5, I would go back and help the team. We did sessions and everything.
You were already earning some small money.
Yeah.
And then you went back to your hobby.
Yes, yes, that was where the passion is. It was clear. After 6 months working as a computer scientist, I realized this is not for me. I needed to be on the pitch. Started as a volunteer and just picking up cones, organizing pizzas, managing the teams, and I found more joy in that than being sitting behind a computer.
You were on the pitch, you smelled the grass, you were with the players.
Yes. So then I started to think, I wanted to commit more time to coaching and being on the grass. So I said, look, I want to go part-time. And it was a big decision because I wasn't getting paid for coaching. It was just a volunteer position. But for me, it was joy, it was passion. I wanted to go part-time with my day job. They said, no, it's either full-time or not. So then I said, I quit, I quit, and my wife almost killed me at the time. My girlfriend at the time, who is now my wife. I said, look, this is where I really want to be, so I'm going to lose this income, but I need you to hold this together until I find something. And she understood. Yeah, she understood. At the time, again, not many women would do that at the time. But she said, yep, if this is where you find joy, then go ahead. So I quit. I quit my job. I was doing football full-time, but no salary. And then I picked up my first coaching with the U12 team, just a local club next by. So I would go to Delaware during the day. And then after that, go to my youth club. Started making little money, not a lot. Picked up more teams. So I was coaching like 4 youth teams.
So again, see your talent.
Exactly. At the same time also, performance analysis was starting at the time. So then I said, okay, I've got the knowledge in computers. I can combine football here. Even though I was starting as a coach, I could pretty much do something. So I went to my boss again and said, look, the future of the game is leaning towards this way. We have to start to analyze our own teams, our opposition, start to collect data to be objective. And he said, okay, put it together, show me something. I did, I presented it to him, loved it. And then I became a second assistant full-time after that.
For University of Delaware?
Yeah.
Were you discussing this
always in touch? Yeah. Always in touch. Financially also concerned. Sometimes you need extra cash and you have to go, senior brother.
At what point in time did you to meet? Because you also went to the States.
Yeah. So I think it was during my freshman year.
Yeah.
I had issues at Tech, Virginia Tech.
What does it mean when you say freshman year?
Yeah, your first year.
Oh, okay.
So the coaches wanted me out, and I was looking to transfer. So I spoke to Coach Prince, and then I got in touch with Faisal, and then I spoke to Douglas, and then JB at that time, because they were at Liberty. So he was interested. Liberty was also interested. And so then it came down to me basically to make a decision. And Liberty was a Christian school, and I just felt like I could thrive in a Christian environment, because I was at Tech, lots of parties here and there. I don't want to go, and if you don't want to go, you are tagged as antisocial and all these things. So, it was a big, cultural change.
You didn't like parties?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, I was a church boy, so.
So the church is no party?
Not that kind of party. But I didn't drink, we go out there and church drinking for them.
Yeah.
And over there, free spirit, man.
So just lots of drinking. I don't drink, so it was always boring for me. So I just couldn't settle in. So Tech came in, Delaware came in, and I felt like I was destined to win a championship my senior year, because either ways, You guys won in 2011.
So he was trying to say we suck at the time, so, so he didn't come to us.
And
he went to England.
I felt like wherever I went,
Yeah.
I was going to win a championship in 2011. So I think Evans eventually came down to you guys. You guys won in 2011.
We won it, yeah.
We also won Big South
Yeah.
in 2011. And then, so since then, every now and then we, connected.
Yeah.
I remember when I was done with college. Oh, not even done. I mean, in between.
Just about to,
I heard the Ruben story down in Boston. I mean, he wasn't done. He was in Sweden.
Yeah.
I don't know if I reached out. I was trying to figure out maybe can I.
Ruben around.
Can I do
Another smart boy.
try try my prowess, after my junior year, because I mean you can't leave after, so just see if you could go into Europe for some trials and then possibly come back before your senior year. I mean that really didn't work out, but I think for us that was our medium point, and we've been in contact since then.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, you see, for you, then, I mean, you were supporting him.
Yeah.
You were backing him with all this. Did you feel that, hey, my younger brother, he has what it takes to become a great coach or a great technical person in regards to football development?
Yes, I did, because I realized that he had a passion. And like myself, if I see that one has a passion, with passion, you can develop into whatever you want to do, even if you have no knowledge about it. If you have the passion, that drives you to learn more.
Yes.
And so you acquire more knowledge. And so I saw that he had the passion, and I really supported him. Because I remember at his early stages trying to be a coach, there was a symposium, and then he said he wanted to go a conference. So is it in New York?
It was in I think it's in Philadelphia at that time. New York, hopefully one of them,
Yeah, he said he wanted to be there because he heard that Arsene Wenger was coming. He's one of the lecturers or the speakers of the conference.
Yeah. Now he works with us.
Exactly.
Live, huh?
So he went there,
it always seems impossible.
had a picture with him, then he sent me the picture that he met Arsene Wenger.
Have you shown
I lost the picture, that's the thing.
Oh, man.
I lost it. I've been looking for that picture, but
Let's talk a little bit about
so I saw that in him, and like I said, from his childhood, he's always gone for whatever he believes in. So whatever support he needed at that time, I made sure I was provided. I think I was playing in Israel at that time when he went to the States. So we supported, but when he moved to Delaware, he needed less support. I think Delaware gave him a full scholarship.
I got a full scholarship
from Delaware. So he needed only sometimes some pocket monies for himself until then when he quit his job and wanted to do the coaching, we also needed to be there. But then my younger sister, his elder sister, had also come to US. Yeah, so she also started working a little bit, and she was also supporting.
Oh, nice. So, that's a proper family support. So, Yusuf, we spoke a lot about the academic part, the educational part. Now I want to hear a bit more of the stories. Alaji Gruza, Hatsufolk. You were supposed to sign for Hatsufolk.
Yes, actually, Hatsufolk. Before Kotoko, they showed interest. From King Faisal, I think Herbert Mensah showed interest. He was the boss at Kotoko, and then along the line, he moved from Kotoko to King Faisal. So he never wanted me to go to Kotoko, but I had also wanted to play for Kotoko because.
Father's club.
Exactly. And then we, like I said, when I was with King Faisal, we come together, so we see how Herbert was treating them. You could see the difference, what they eat and what we eat, and how they are dressed and how we are dressed. So, I mean, Kotoko was a club that every upcoming player would love to play for, alongside House of Folk. So, along the way, a group of House fans in Kumasi, who knew me very well because I was playing for King Faisal, decided to take me along to House of Folk. So a leader was Dr. Sampine, he's a pathologist. at Confanoche, one of the senior most pathologists at Confanoche. So he called me, came to me early morning around 4:35, picked me with his car to Accra, straight to Tom Buchanan's office. At that time, it was Herbertado and Tom Venom. They were in charge of House of Folk. So,
But before you continue, what was Alhaji Guza saying about the weighing card? You said something about the weighing card.
yes, so I'll come to that story.
Okay, all right.
And then, so when we came, we met Tommy. I discussed financial terms with him, like my contract. Then he said, okay, that is okay. But he wants to finalize with Alhaji first. But if he gives me money and Alhaji doesn't allow, then he's lost the money. Then also told me the only way to secure me is to make sure he's committed. If he pays me money, I'll stay with him and I'll do whatever I have to come. But he was also thinking of losing his money and there. So not knowing there was one of his staffs was the Kotoko fan who had already, it was in the news that Kotoko wanted me. And so he went out and called the Kotoko management that he's seen me at Tomokan's.
From inside?
Yes, Tomokan's office. So I think they spoke to one Mr. Frank Boatin. He was a board member. He was a director at Gamut. So Mr. Frank came around. From Tomokan's office, we went to the training grounds. I spoke with Herbert Ado, may he so rest in peace, and Tom. So we spoke together. And then right there, the board member called me aside and said, what are you doing here? But we told you we wanted you. I said, yeah, but House of Folk wanted to speak to me. He said, no. So they called Sylvester, the Bantamahini now. And his brother had a car hiring company at where the House of Folk office is.
The new one? Or?
Yeah, the new one. It's the same, around the same place, the old one. So they brought a Land Cruiser red one, took me in. They never allowed me to go home, straight to Kumasi. So they took me there. I met the big six, Bantamahini, Pick and Pay, Danaya, Usu, all of them. The Bantamahini gave me a blank check. He signed it. He said, write any amount you want and go and clear it. We wanted to play for Kotoko. So I told him, well, I cannot do that. They should just offer me what they think I deserve. Because I already had the passion to play for Kotoko. I love the club. So it wasn't too much about money. So I told him, whatever they offer me, I'll take it. And since that very day, Bantamahini took me like his son. I could go to his house without invitation. His wife would receive me and Charles Taylor. The two of us, the wife could receive us anytime without invitation. And so the decision was made to play for Kotoko. So now they had to deal with Alhaji Guza. So they approached Alhaji. Alhaji told them, no, never. He's never going to sell them because Dominico Ricci, his partner, had come back that yes, he has some offer for me to go. So that year, I think we were in the FA Cup final with Kotoko. The final was here at Accra Sports Stadium. It was in the month of Ramadan. And about 7-8 of us were fasting. Me, Yahuza, Idris Yaya, a lot of the boys, the starting 11. So the game was here. Kotoko beat us 1 in extra time. Full 90 minutes was 0-0. Extra time. And they beat us 1 and that's Mohammed. So Slatete was here. After the game, he made Adokwe Papo invited because we had already been to National U20 camp. The prelims were about 120 players.
The left fullback.
Yeah.
Yes. So Sly made them bring me to his office. Me and Frank Osei. He kept us at a hotel in Dansuman. The next morning, we went to his office. And then he said he is going to call Alhaji straight because he has good plans. He called Alhaji and Alhaji told him we are traveling to Italy. Alhaji told him we are traveling to Italy. He already has our invitation and blah, blah. That was the trip to Italy. So Sly was out of the picture. Then when the Kotoko deal negotiations started, they went to see my parents, my mom and my dad and my uncle. And then the news got to Alhaji Guza. And then he said he has heard that Kotoko went to see my parents. As for my parents, they only get weighing card. But the Premier League card A, which is used to register a player, the whole Ghana is only him, Alabi Musa. He has that card. So for my parents, they can go to my parents and get the weighing card. It's never going to cost them anything. So fast forward, the late Beyi Pokofi, he came up and then went to see Alaji that Kotoko wants to use me for the top 4. The top 4 was starting, the maiden edition of the top 4. Right. They just want to seek permission, so they will use me for the top 4. Alaji said, okay, no problem. They can use me for the top 4, but he will take money. So he took money for that and allowed me to play in the top 4. My first game was against House of Folk. We beat them. I won man of the match. At that time, LG was sponsoring. Yeah. So they gave me this LG. Yeah. This LG.
I carried it home after the game.
Yeah. I won man of the match, second game. So 3 games continuous, I was top. So the Kotoko needed to do everything possible to get my license. So Pokofi then smuggled me to a hotel at Ahojo, Cizero. He took me from home. So that was when Alaji Guza started being aggressive. Because I was not going to him. Mm-hmm. They were not reaching me. They come home, I'm not there. Then he started this media thing, speaking on radio every time that Kotoko have smuggled me, they've stolen me, blah, blah. So Pokofi moved me from Cizero to Asida House, Kwamina Kesse's hotel. So I was staying over there. I was not training with King Faisal anymore because my contract at that time expired. But those days before the bossman, even if your contract expires, you still have to be released. You still have to be released. Right. So I stopped training with King Faisal because I had no contract, but they still have to negotiate. I was training with Kotoko. I was every time being smuggled in the tinted car to training and back to Asida House so that nobody would see me. The training grounds was almost covered, so they had to reach a point. The last day of the registration, then Kennedy, Kempon, despite PV or Ben, they met. They met and agreed that Kempon should go face Alaji. So he went to see Alaji. The team had already traveled to Tamale because our first game was against RTU. They left on Friday. So Saturday, I was at Asida House, normal place. And then Kempon came. Kempon came in the night. I think that was early Sunday morning around 4. He said he's finished with Alaji. Alaji took 2 players, Gordon Ablode, Abbas Inusa, and then plus 400 million at that time, 40,000 Ghana cedi. Wow. So he took that money plus 2 players in exchange for me.
Wow. Big money at the time.
So they finished, and therefore I'm eligible to play in the league. But then the team had already gone. So Kempon had this BMZ3. He took me in that car, the small car. 4 a.m. Sunday morning to Tamale. We got there around 7:38, and the players were going for breakfast. The fans were there. So when the fans saw me, because I'd already been training with Kotoko, I've played in the top 4, so they've already seen me. So when I got there and the fans saw me, and they carried Kempon up that he's done well, he's able to brought me, and that was how the journey started with Kotoko. Yeah. And for 10 years, Kotoko had never won the league. So when we came in, myself, Edmond, Michael Asante, Charles Taylor, those years they signed a couple of... No, Babando was not there, no. I played with Odate. Odate came the following year. So that year, it was only Heart of Lion who beat us. We went unbeaten, almost. Heart of Lion beat us 1 in Pando. And that game was fireworks. we had penalty. Isaac Bachi kicked the ball high up. Wow. high up. So that year was really good year for Kotoko. For 10 years, House of Oak was dominating. And for us to come win the league in 2003 was...
Big traditional crowd, right?
Yeah. We had a good time. We had a very, very good time because we never asked for salaries. They were coming on time. Bonuses were coming on time. When you are in town, supporters, they dash you things
Give
for
you
free.
everything.
So
Were you a Kotoko fan?
No.
has
I supported him, at the time. I grew up loving Hearts because of
Accra.
passion, right? And then when King Faisal came in the picture, I went to King Faisal because it's my name.
you became a big fan of King Faisal.
And that was it. So my love ended at King Faisal. But of course, he was at Kotoko, so you support him. But now King Faisal is my team.
King Faisal, I mean, I stayed with King Faisal for 3 years. Like I said, they gave me the opportunity as a coach player. Alaji saw me. And then our coach was Malam.
Yeah.
It was actually Malam who recommended me to Alaji. That hey, pick this boy. Because at that time they had Ejamu, who had left King Faisal to Ash Gold. He was the central midfielder for them. So Malam told Alaji that Alaji, take this boy. He's young, but he can play. He will help you. So that's how come Alaji got in. I started training with them. And my first game with them was in Wa against Upper West Heroes also. Friendly game. Yeah. And I think they became Wa All Stars and now Lagos Cities. I think so. So that was my first friendly game with King Faisal. Then Alaji's son, Kamil, he was in charge of the team. He was managing the team. When he came back, he told Alaji, we found a new Ejam. This boy, we should not let him go. Yeah. Alaji went out to media and said, Ejamu can go to hell now. Ejamu go, Ejamu come. So, those days, we used to have this gala here at Accra Sports Stadium as a pre-tournament something before the season. So, all the clubs were here.
Yeah. They call it
top four, top six. But those days, it used to be all the clubs here in the gala. So, I played all the games, and that was all. So when the league started, Coach White was our coach. He said I was still young, I needed time. So he was not even inviting me to camp. First 4 games, I never made it to camp. And we lost 3, we drew 1. The last game we lost was against RTU in Kumasi. They beat us 2, and Alaji Guza was very furious. The 5th game was against Kotoko. So from Monday to Friday, Alaji was at the training grounds. He even comes before the team. Seated there, watching. Throughout the game, throughout the week. Wow. So when they called the players to camp that Friday, I was not part. So Alaji went to camp Friday night, and I was not there. He asked of me, they said, he said, Coach White, why didn't you call the boy? I said, Alaji, he's still young. This is Kotoko. He cannot play. Alaji said, who told you he cannot play? What I saw at the training there, the boy can play. So Alaji came to our house in Kumasi Saturday. He said, I should pack my things and come. But I told him no, I was not going. So he had to speak to my dad's senior brother, and seek permission that he owns the team. He's the team owner. He's a better coach than the coach there. He was a better coach than the coach there. So Alaji took me to camp Saturday. The next day was Sunday, preparing for the game. Then when Coach White, after breakfast, he was naming his starting 11. He got to number 6. He said, Alaji ba, Alaji said, "Wait me abo into Koboma Enche." These were the exact words he used for me. So, like as a young child, in front of everyone, in front of all the players. So Alaji said, "Wait me abo into Koboma Enche," and then he smiled. He laughed a little bit. So yes, Masaudi Yaya and Nuru Ahmed, now coach of yes, Coach Nuru, who won the league with Samates. They called me into their room and said, "Don't mind him. You see how you've been playing at training. Do the same thing. Don't add anything extra. Work hard, release the ball easily. Do that and you'll be good." So they actually motivated me.
It's always important to have those
Exactly.
senior players who can inspire you.
And a coach player, first league game, official Premier League game against Kotoko.
Full house.
Yes, full house. Full house. We beat Kotoko 2. At that time, the Minister was in charge. Masaudi Aya and Nana Frimpong scored the goals. And I was man of the match. So since then,
Your breakthrough.
yes, I never left the shirt again.
So what did the coach say after the match?
Alhaji Musa went to him. Said, you see your coach. With the eyes, you can't see player. And before, he spoke to me. Before they said he's had that encounter with the same coach on Erigau.
Yeah.
Erigau was with Kifese U20s. Alhaji Musa was seeing this boy. He was with another boy, Liman Ahmed. Alhaji Musa told him, these boys can play in the Premier League. Coach White said they are young. He never gave them the opportunity. So there was one game against Gophers away. So Alhaji told him, Erigau will play. So he fielded Erigau, and Erigau scored 2 in Obuasi away game.
Wow.
He scored 2 goals. And Alhaji was walking in front of the coach. Coach Ahmed Alhaji Guza. He also your coach. Who's the coach, Papa? So my incident was the second time. He said, 2 times I beat you. Who's your coach? And now what? Who's your coach? So Alhaji is more or less like that. He's got eye for football. Alhaji is not formally educated, but he's one of the intelligent.
I always say he went to the University of
Life. Yeah. Alhaji is one of the intelligent guys you can have around. I mean, it's unbelievable. If you speak with Alhaji and you see the kind of advice and ideas, wisdom that he has. There was a game against House of Folk. I've ever said this before and people were making stories out of it, but I'll just summarize it. House of Folk wanted to influence us. It started from Kumasi. They got their fans there. They invited me and 3 other players. One of the players was the one who invited me that they want to see us. I didn't know why they want to see us. So we went GBC in Kumasi. We went, he met with us, he said, because Kifese we won top form that season. We were top. We were 3rd on the league at that time. That year we came 4th in the league. So everybody was scared because we've beaten Kotoko, we've beaten all the top guys. So he said we should try and play easy on the game. Then I asked him, what does he mean by play easy? He said, no, they want us to win. I said, if you want to win, play and win. For us, what can we do? Yeah. Because me, if I get House of Folk, I will join. Yeah. If I get Kotoko, I will join. If I get Ash Gold, I will join. Yeah. So there is no way you ask me to go soft. Yeah. I have to go in hard. I was very frank with him. So we left. It ended there. I went to camp, Winneba. They sent their team manager there to Winneba. He came, invited me, came with an envelope. I told him, no, thank you, take your envelope. I went to report it to Coach Eduse. He was our coach at the National U20. I told him, this guy came here and this is what he tried to do. They sent, now, I don't know if it's not good to mention it, but now he's a local Ulomo. Steve Akote, he came back. I didn't. Then they came back again. And that is how come House of Folk wanted me. They tried all those means, it never worked. I never accepted anything from them. Then Alhaji Guza, Coach Sedu said, told Alhaji Guza. Alhaji called me, said, he has said that House of Folk bought money, I didn't take it. I said, yes, Alhaji. He said, why? I said, Alhaji, why should I take it? He said, no, if you don't take it, they're going to give it to other players. So take the money. I said, but they've left. They've gone. He said, call them. Call the one who came. Tell him to bring the money. You will take it. I said, I cannot call. He said, okay, I know what to do. So I don't know what happened. They came back, took the money, gave it to Coach Eduse at Winneba. I went straight and gave him the money. So when we went back, Coach Eduse gave the money to Kemfese. We left camp on Saturday morning. I went straight to Kingfisher camp. Saturday evening, Elijah Guza came there with his jalabia. He came, he said, Ben Wilson, come. Ben Wilson came. He said, catch them, tell them what I did with you. Those times it was this phone booth communication. So no, Alaji went with Ben Wilson to the booth, asked him to call a top official of House of Folk who led the whole operation. He said, Ben, tell him that you did not receive part of the money. So they called. They said, Chairman, this is Ben Wilson. I have not gotten my part of the money. He said, really?
Smart.
Ask this guy. He mentioned the name. I said, let me be a mafia chairman. So Alaji Guza got to know
The
who
boys
was
who took the money.
the
Yeah.
real architect, who inside us was generating.
University of Life.
Exactly. So he came and he mentioned the player's name. Can you swear that you've not taken money from House of Folk? And he was a senior most player, a former player of Kotoko. He was a top player. Can you swear that you've not taken money from Kotoko? He was sitting there, very embarrassed. So Elijah Guza brought Bible, he
Quran.
brought Quran, said, "We are Christian, Maunza." So Christians will swear with Bible, Muslims will swear with. And then we had a striker called JB Dankwa. JB never raised his hand as a Muslim or as a Christian. Said, JB, we are there. We are Busum. We are Busum. So some players refused to swear. Others did. I said, okay. So he more or less like cares.
Curse, yeah.
Yeah. But we went in, we beat House of Folk. And then he brought the money back. The money that was brought to him, the one they gave to me, he brought the money back. He said, take it. He gave the money back to me. So we are sharing this story for viewers' sake, for upcoming players. You always have to believe in yourself. Those same officials who come to you with money, trying to pretend they like you, they don't like you.
Yeah.
They are causing your downfall.
Yeah.
The moment you accept the money and do whatever they want, you are finished. They blacklist you, and all the club executives, they talk. They talk to each other. They talk to each other. Look, Moses Parker will tell you, meaning players Omoji driving now. He will tell you. So don't allow yourself to be fooled, thinking that they are doing any good. They are not doing any good. They are rather causing your downfall.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself and wait for God's time. You just have to work hard.
Which is always the best.
You just have to work hard.
Anyway, very insightful story. Before we come to the end, today is Friday. We all have to go and pray. I would like to know from you, Fraser, what happened next?
Next.
You were Delaware.
Yeah.
You were with the club.
Yeah.
And when did Charlotte come in?
So Charlotte came in right during COVID. So before Charlotte, so Delaware, then Philadelphia Union, which is right next door to us. And then during COVID, Charlotte came in. So Charlotte bought the franchise in the MLS, and then COVID just hit. Right after, everything obviously came to a halt, and
You became the head of
recruitment, so they were just building the club from the ground.
Was it a recommendation?
I applied, but of course you need to speak to people and all that. So there was a discussion between Charlotte and Philadelphia Union.
So you were then scouting for Philadelphia
I was
Union.
doing it for Union, as one of the regional scouts. So then Charlotte came in as they were looking for head of recruitment. So then, I was ready to jump into the professional environment, away from college. So I took that opportunity. Went to Charlotte, and then started to build the recruitment department. It was nobody, it was just me. So meaning putting together profiles, strategic planning, building networks, hiring people, it's a whole complete department that we had to put together. And we were looking at the academy, which started from 12 all the way to our reserve team, U21s, preparing the next player for the first team. So that lasted for about a year.
Before another offer came.
I'll not cut him short. Again, I want to I want to say this to support or to prove who he is, what he believes in. When he was at Charlotte, he invited me. Yeah. So I went there. He introduced me to the club. I met the executives and everybody went through. Then I proposed my player to him. A player who was a national team player. Yeah. He was playing for the Black Stars. Samuel Owusu. So they were looking for, So I proposed this player to him. And I was like, hey, you need to push this player through. He's a national team player. I said, yeah, but we have other offers who are ahead of him. And he never took my player. He never took. He said, no, sorry, bro. We have other options who were ahead of him. Because at that time, Samuel he's not had playing time with the Saudi club. So he's not been in top shape. But again, I'm just saying this.
He's principled.
Exactly. He doesn't really care if you are his brother, and he always wants to do the right thing.
We like that.
You know. I wasn't happy, but I was proud of him. I was proud of him.
Puts me in a difficult situation.
But then there came a period where you have to decide. To move to FIFA.
Yeah, but before
FIFA.
Before then,
GFA.
FA came in.
No, but before then, you even have to say, you introduced Faisal to me.
Yes.
And we had phone calls.
Yes. And before the GFA team.
I remember what I told you.
Yes.
I told you that let him go. He will not succeed now.
Yes.
But he will get something bigger.
Yes.
I remember very, very vividly. And when I loved his confidence, to be honest. And he was very sure of himself. But I told him, hey, this is the African continent. But you will see it with your own eyes.
What you told him was the exact thing that happened. And so you see, like you said, he always shares ideas. With Charlotte, when he wanted to take the next step, it was COVID. So he wanted to see what best he could do. So he called me and then said, after I've introduced him to you, he called me and then said that he's seen this opportunity, he wants to try it. That is the TD position at the FA. I was like, whoa, relax, take it easy. TD position at the FA? You're not there yet. He said, yeah, I know, but I just want to give it a trial. I feel that with these few periods, what I've learned, he wants to give it a try. He knows he might not get a job, but he wants to try. He wants to get into that process. So he applied without anybody's recommendation or influence. He applied. I think he got shortlisted. He went through interview. Okay, just to tell your story. I don't need to tell.
It's my PR now.
I don't need to tell.
No, I think like you rightly said, I applied without expecting anything. I just wanted to throw my name in the hat, but I also wanted to challenge myself, to see how far I can go. I was sort of prepping myself for the next stage in my life. So I did. And like always, you need guidance, right? So I spoke to him. I remember speaking to you also, because I'd left for quite a while, and I know coming back to work in Africa was totally different, So, needed more advice on that and guidance as to how to go about it. I don't know what you told me perfectly. You're in a good place. Just continue doing what you're doing. Something bigger would come. I didn't know what.
I told your brother you will not get the TD job. But don't worry. That's why I always say one door is closed,
another door opens. I remember when I told him that, but I told Tony that I don't think it's the right step for him. Tony said, no, don't stop him. Let him do it. He will not get the job. They will not give him the job, but it's an experience for him.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I was exactly that. And again, at the time I was like, it's not what I was expecting to hear, but it goes back to education again. When it comes time to make decisions, you always have to lean on experts. And sometimes it's difficult to choose who the expert is, but you just have to pay attention to your instincts and the people that you go,
I think which is also very important is to take a decision.
Yeah.
Even in that very moment, if it's not the right decision, you understand, but you have taken a decision. I want to do this.
Yeah.
It didn't work now, but look at where you are now.
Yeah. So
now you're traveling all over the place and you're making a lot of positive impact within member associations. And we're all working on the Asimbenga.
Yeah. I remember when it's one cold night in Charlotte. I was on the training ground when Tony called and said, listen, I need your CV. I spoke to some people at FIFA and I think this is an opportunity for you. You've always wanted to come back. So again, I've thanked you, but thank you again. And I was like, okay, let's see where this takes us, right? So share the CV, went through the application, the whole process. Flew to Portugal. Had a call with Ulf, boss at the time, and Patricia, and it ended up being in FIFA. And
you know what's interesting?
And before the interesting one, I also had the same experience with him. I was in Sweden when he gave me a call and then said, hey, send me your CV. FIFA is looking for agent consultants to reshape and reform the agent regulations. I sent my CV, I sent it to him, he presented it, I got a call from FIFA, I got a mail, went through a few interviews, and bam, I was one of the agent consultants who restructured and reformed the agent regulations. And I was the only black and the only African.
Wow.
So, yes, thank you very much. I never ever forget this. And I always have the printout there. One day I'll print it in my office. After the first meeting, they shortlisted us. They give us some kind of assignment. Everybody should send his report. So we send the report, and then based on the report, they shortlisted the list. And it was left with about 7 or 10 of us. Raiola was one, but he had an encounter with Infantino, and he stopped coming. So it was a golden opportunity, and an opportunity for me to have met top officials of FIFA and top football agents that I only heard of their name. George Mendes, Raiola, Massimiro, all the top guys. So thank you again, GS. Thank you. God rich.
See, we could speak and speak and speak. Time is running out. So my policy in life has always been, and I think this is also a gift God gave me, that I have a very good eye and feeling for people who are climbing the ladder and who I see to be great. For me, it is not because we are close, because I believe in your capabilities. Because at the end of the day, you have to deliver. You can't go there and, you're delivering. That I'm learning from you guys too. You see, I'm a very good listener. Sometimes I will not tell you in that very moment, but I pick bits and pieces. Even when I speak to small children, it's very important to be a good listener. And one thing I always say, and you know that, when people come with the problems, I always say, listen to both first. Don't take side. So I think, having you guys here, having Philip here too, who I also met through a case when I was even on the player status committee of GFA. But what I saw in you guys is the combination of education, football, education, passion, and commitment, and discipline. This is very, very
Yeah,
important.
very true.
And not only to people around him, because I know people who are not close to him, but yeah, one was through me and Henry Asante.
Yeah,
Even before he became the PRO for, he got the commentator job with Waffle tournament through him. Actually, Henry got to me, said he's interested in this kind of job. I reached out to him. He said, let him send his CV. He doesn't only do it because he knows you. You should merit it. So Henry sent his CV, and then he followed up to see few games that Henry had commentated on in the local league. Said, oh, he gave him the opportunity, and Henry was there. Well, I think it was in
Wafu, Senegal.
Senegal.
Yeah.
Henry Asante was there as one of the
You see,
official
we
commentators.
can't do everything.
Yeah.
If we have people, and I expect the same from you, the same from you, the same from you,
Yeah.
to empower people.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, we could have. I think we have to do another episode, especially talking about Santi Kotoko to Sweden.
Yeah.
All the things you've been doing when it comes to player relations, supporting players. You know, I think it's very, very important.
Yeah.
But I thank you.
There isn't much time,
Yeah.
but I need to say one more thing. I had the opportunity to further my education again, to do my master's in sports law through him and through Fifth Pro. So another thank you to Tony. Thank you so much.
We have to support each other. We continue supporting each other. That's how you guys supported each other. Same with Philip. And here we are, all with the PFAG. That was another episode. Thank you guys.
Nice.
Juma Mubarak.
Juma Mubarak.
Of the player's perspective right here on Inside PFAG TV. It's time for prayers. So, hasta la vista.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.